am Bill Snodgrass, and in this episode, I want to briefly talk about the effects of being part of a creative community, to be part of a community of creators. So I'm gonna kind of make my point by way of telling a story about myself, and this is so this will not be a long video, but I think that if you're a creator, if you are in Instagram, or if you create on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or TikTok, whatever, being part of a creator community has a huge benefit. And so here's the story. So yesterday, I published the just Charlie and Jacinda video published yesterday, and then today's video was the video portion of a podcast. So I did the podcast with the audio and the video, and I published the podcast on the 12th, and then I just, the video came out today. So it's kind of a non-entity video. And I got a lot of things to do for work, for school. I got a lot of things to do, so that was hanging over my head. And then my world of SILIAR. So I made it like now it's www.siliar.com and not the whole big long. It wasn't just forwarding to the Wix site now. It's really the domain name is pointing to the site, and that caused Google AdSense to freak out. And so now my ads aren't appearing. Not that I was actually getting any noticeable revenue off of that, but it's like thinking forward, I need the ad revenue. Point of all of that is to say, I kind of woke up this morning going, I'm just tired. And I didn't really want to spend all day doing lessons. I really didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. So I drug myself into the shower, and not in the shower, but in the bathroom. I was getting ready to take a shower. While I was brushing my teeth, I hit YouTube to look at the analytics, and that was, unremarkable. Well, I had a notification popped up, and Brian Vlasich had posted a video, and it was a video about the slingshot effect. So I watched the video, and it's like sometimes you need to stop and look at what you're doing and evaluate and make a plan of how you need to go forward. And I was like, that's exactly what I needed to hear. So while I was showering, I thought about, what can I do to make the most out of the time that I have? How can I re-energize my creative flow? What are the struggles? One of the struggles with the podcasts is background music. I don't have a license to use the Epidemic Sound music for my podcasts, and I don't want to get copyright strikes on the podcast because I feel like that would be, a bad thing. So I've been using GarageBand and the Apple Loops and throwing together background music. It's kind of been fun, but it's also time consuming. It does take a while. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do that for every podcast I do, but where I have time to spend an hour or two putting loops together, or 3 hours to put loops together, or whatever, I'll probably continue to do that. So I'm developing a library of my own music. So the thought was, given the time that I have, what can I do to make the most of the time? And the decision I made was, I'm going to go, first of all, I'm going to do a podcast / SNAPlife episode in response to Brian Vlasich's video that came out. I think his came out today. I watched it today. So this video that I'm also going to just drop this in, render it, and put this up for today, because I feel like this is so important. So let's reboot the conversation. I was really sitting there frustrated at 7 o'clock this morning thinking, I don't even know what to do, and I'm not even sure I want to do anything. 2, I watched Brian's video while I was brushing my teeth. 3, thought about Brian's video while I was in the shower, and that directed me to, I have recorded 4 SNAPlife episodes, including one outdoor episode in the 15 degree wind chill. That's 24, 25 degrees. flew the drone and everything. That's how motivated that Brian's video. The reboot, re-envision, think about what you're trying to do, analysis, make a plan, and do it. So this is the 5th video I've shot, and it is about 12 o'clock. This is the video. I'm going to drop this one as soon as I can render it. I'm going to drop the SNAPlife video that Brian is a response to Brian's video, dropping that tomorrow, and that will also be tomorrow's podcast because I'm doing podcasts on all the even days. And then I've got more SNAPlife episodes recorded to get the podcast pushed out about a week, a little over a week. I'll push the podcasts out. I was reinvigorated, all because of the creator community. So there was a Twitter went out of like, who really kind of inspires you in your creator community? And I mentioned Brian Vlasich and Shawn Guenther, John at Mission Zero. Guys, I pretty much watch every episode they put out. And everybody can say, oh, Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Matty Hoy, all those guys. I watch their videos, and I am inspired by them. But I don't have any kind of I don't think that if I comment on Peter McKinnon's video, he's not going to respond to my response, or very unlikely, because he's got 11. But if I make a comment on Brian's channel or on Shawn's channel or other people's channel, I get a response from that, and that interaction is a huge part of propelling me forward in my own creative outlets. So the point that I want you to walk away from through this long story that I said was going to be short and turned out to not be short, what I want you to walk away from here with is this: get connected to something, and that connection is going to help you to move forward with the things that you're trying to do. The people in my creator community, Andy Marshall, sometimes I'm connected with him pretty closely, relatively closely. Pam and Ashley and Brian and Andy and Shawn, and these people that I'm closer to in cyberspace connections help me create content. Get connected to a community and let that community help you through the times when you just don't feel like doing anything, when you feel like just throwing your hands up, and that connection can be the very thing that propels you forward. If you've skipped to the end trying to hopefully that I'll actually get to a point and summarize it, here's the point. I woke up really discouraged today, and I interacted with someone in my creator community, and that interaction propelled me into a fit of creativity and production that is going to carry me through the rest of this week, all in a morning. That's it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. This episode, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, give me a comment, a notification, something. What? A comment or a notification? Leave me a comment or a suggestion. Sign up for notifications if I didn't already say that. Leave me a comment or suggestion or a question. That is all for this episode. I will see you in the next one.